Yo, 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 what is going on, guys? Joey Buck is back here with another video. And in this video, we're here to talk about the game that wrapped up a couple hours ago between the Dolphins and the Ravens. First off, big shout out to the Dolphins. You guys stayed in it the entire game. You never, let up and kind of, or I should say, bagged it or gave up, I should say. You stayed in there. You caught us sleeping. You caught us getting cocky, and you took full advantage of it and came back and won. So again, congrats to the Dolphins, congrats to the fans. You guys deserved it. Very talented team. Got proven wrong myself today. I was not expecting the offense to be as explosive, but it was. So again, congrats to them and good luck going forward. Wow, that is so unlike us, man. We absolutely choked. I mean, it's one thing for us to like blow like a 7-point lead or something. We were up 21 points at the end of the third quarter, and we choked. I mean, that's really it's inexcusable. Of course, yes, we have some injuries, but that was not the reason that we lost this game. We lost this game because we let our foot off the gas pedal, and our defense just decided to stop playing. I don't know why. But wow, that was especially defensively, that was just an epic collapse, man. I don't know what happened. But yeah, a lot of issues. So we'll start with, I mean, it's more negatives than positive. I guess I'll get the negatives out of the way. I guess I got too excited last week. I was really hoping, hey, new scheme, some upgrades. Maybe our pass rush will be a lot better this year. And last year it looked very good. Today it was right back to old ways. I mean, I guess it wasn't. For the first like 2 or 3 quarters, I was kind of defending. People were complaining about it. I was kind of saying, yeah, I know, but at the same time, he's getting rid of it so quickly. Tagovailoa for the first 2 to 3 quarters was getting rid of it so quickly, so it's hard to get sacks. I understand that. So that's why I wasn't worrying about it. But then, late in the third and fourth quarter, there were plenty of times because they were in full attack mode. So he was dropping back to pass every time and like was having a lot of long plays, and we got very little pressure on him. We could not sack him. We had only 1 sack today. I think Justin Houston had one early in the game. So yeah, the pass rush was bad today, no question. But I still put more blame on the secondary. I mean, Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill combined for like 400 yards or something. It was freaking ridiculous. Again, 2 very good receivers, but we have to do better than that, man. That is ridiculous. So safeties, Marcus Williams. I mean, an up and down day, more good than bad. I mean, he is off to a very good start. He got 2 more picks today. He is a ball hawk, and I really like that. But man, the theme of today, mistakes even though we collapsed, even through all of that, 2 big mistakes on both sides of the ball. If we had not managed to screw those up, we still would have hung on and won. It wouldn't have been pretty, but we would have been able to pull this one off. We'll start with Marcus Williams because I was talking about him. That drop pick. Waddle, he tried to give us the ball back, man. Bounced right off his hands. Williams had it in his grasp, and he could not pull it in. Again, I'm trying not to be too hard on him because the ball wasn't even supposed to go to him. He had a very little reaction time, but that was when the Dolphins were starting to get some momentum. So if we could have gotten that pick and snatched the momentum right back, I would have made a huge difference. And I'm pretty sure the Dolphins scored on that drive too. So that you take that touchdown out of the equation, we technically would have won the game. But the more pathetic thing, because I know drop picks happen, and again, Marcus Williams already had 2 picks earlier in the game. So and he had a few tackles as well. So it's hard to pin it on him. But the more pathetic thing was, and I've been defending the offense for a while, and I think for the most part, it's really hard to put blame on the offense in this game. Lamar Jackson played his heart out, man. Very good game from Lamar Jackson today. No mistakes. He did get away with one. I know, it was a blitz. He tried to make a quick throw to Bateman. I think it was Xavier Howard who jumped it and almost had a pick 6, but he couldn't hang on to it. Yeah, that was a mistake, but he got away with it. Oh well. Tagovailoa got away with the one to Marcus Williams too. But besides that, Lamar Jackson played very, very well. So he had that long-ass touchdown run. He then had, through 3 touchdowns, I think, passing-wise, had over 300 yards passing, high completion percentage, very high rating. Lamar Jackson played really, really well tonight. It just drives me crazy that, we wasted it. Lamar Jackson played one of his best games like of his career today. He was so good all around. Great passing, great running, no turnovers. He was doing his thing, and we somehow managed to let him down like that. And even so, man, with 14 seconds left in this game, the Dolphins somehow take the lead. 14 seconds left. He got us to midfield, man. He got us to midfield. We threw up a Hail Mary and didn't get it. You know, he gave us a chance. Like, Lamar Jackson did pretty much everything he could to give us this win, and we still couldn't pull it out. It's just embarrassing. However, the one critique that I will say that I will give the offense, and I know it's hard to do it because we scored 35 points. 35 points should be 38 points, excuse me. 38 points should be more than enough to win a game. Absolutely. So it's really hard to pin any blame on the offense. However, okay, first drive, the Dolphins started marching down the field kind of right away. Because actually, it was the opening kick. We were going to get the ball first, but Duvernay took the opening kickoff for a touchdown. So then the Dolphins got the ball. It was like the Dolphins got the ball first, or at least right away. And they were actually marching, but then Marcus Williams, one of his 2 interceptions, it was a great pick. And then we had such a good drive going, man. That was a long, long opening drive for us, where we looked good. We had a nice mix of run and pass. We were doing our thing. But then we stalled, and we couldn't even score a touchdown. What was more pathetic was the fact that on 3rd and goal, I think it was, we tried to run it in with Jackson. Originally, it was called the touchdown. After review, it got overturned. I think it was the right call. I do think he was short. And then on 4th down, we have a fumbled snap, and we turned the ball over. So that long of a drive, we took 8 to 9 minutes off the clock. We couldn't even score a touchdown. It would have been very disappointing had we gotten a field goal, but we didn't even score a touchdown. That, we had 4 tries inside the 5-yard line, and we could not punch it in. That's pretty pathetic, if you ask me. So that's my one critique of the offense. Again, those 2 mistakes, man. I if you were following me, I was live tweeting during this game. The mistakes add up, man. Those 2 mistakes. The Marcus Williams drop. I guess it's not really a mistake, but the Marcus Williams drop pick, or missed opportunity, I should say. And then the offense. Just, we had that long drive going. We would have set the tone, and we could not punch it in. It was pretty embarrassing. All right, so outside of that, so the negatives, the defense, all sorts of concerns right now. First of all, our defense played like absolute garbage. Tagovailoa had the game of his career easily. He threw 6 touchdowns, almost 500 yards. Yes, he threw 2 picks, but that really doesn't matter at this point. Running game, they got some good runs. They didn't really run the ball much. It was mostly through the air. Our secondary played like garbage. Our pass rush was garbage. Bad communication in the secondary. Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams, Peters, they really were not on the same page. And those big touchdown passes to Hill and Waddle, they just really weren't on the same page. And twice, Hill was running free wide open. How do you let that happen, dude? Hill is like the guy you have to account for the most, and here we are letting him run free. I don't know what we were doing. And again, it came back to bite us. These mistakes come back to bite us. And then injuries-wise, we can never, and I mean never, get out of a game without any injuries. So, Steven Means went down with an ankle injury early, did not return, he got carted off. His injury is probably significant. Then Demarion Williams, our slot corner, who played mostly slot today, who actually played a pretty good game. I was pretty happy with his debut. I don't really think it's his fault, the big plays in the secondary. I think that's on the safeties. I mean, it wasn't blown. I guess you could say blown coverage. It's more of just we were just not on the same page. Bad communication, bad execution, bad everything. But anyways, after that, late in the game, Demarion Williams had a nice pass breakup on Waddle, and then he got hurt. But he was walking out the field limping a little bit, but he was also chugging a lot of water, which would indicate that it was a cramp. And it was really hot today in Baltimore, so that's my hope. It didn't look like anything got rolled up either, so my hope it was just a cramp. But if not, we're in big trouble, man. Again, our secondary just cannot stay healthy. It was great to see Marcus Peters back out there today. He did, though, give up that big touchdown to Tyreek Hill. He makes a lot of plays, but he also does get burned a lot, and it is a concern. But for the debut, I'm not too disappointed. I thought he was okay. And then Humphreys. So he played the game, but he was not in on a lot of plays. We kind of sat him out a lot, and I think that was because we were taking it cautious with him with snaps. He definitely was not 100%. I just hope he didn't re-aggravate anything. I don't think he did. I think it was more of just, he still has that nagging groin injury, and we had to limit him. But unfortunately, we also had to limit Marcus Peters because it was his first game back from a significant injury. So that those two going together, it's not a good duo. I mean, it's better than not having either of them at all, but it's not a good duo. So that sucked. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Again, it's week 2. I understand. The whole AFC North has played like garbage today, and I mean, I don't know what was a worse choke job. The Browns had like a 13-point lead with like a couple minutes left, and they somehow managed to choke to the Jets. Or the Ravens just being up 21 points and not being able to hold on. So bad all around, guys. Not really too much to say. It's week 2. Hopefully we can rebound, and we'll see what happens. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, maybe you should have dropped a like and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you all next weekend. I just hope that, we can move on from this, but we also got to remember it. So next time, if we ever get up again, we'll know what not to do, and hopefully we can, play the cause and effect game and get it done. So we'll see what happens. 1-1, it's one game. I understand. Pretty pathetic loss, but we'll see what we can do going forward. So thank you guys for watching. Really do appreciate it, and I will see you next weekend.